If you cannot find a life purpose, you'll feel dissatisfied with work and feel empty. You may even struggle to get out of bed in the morning. It's a bit like you're starring in the Disney movie Soul as number 22. It's the character who cannot find a spark despite trying a lot of different things. Its mentor, on the other hand, believes that everyone is born to do one thing. For him, it is to be a jazz pianist. If you are feeling like number 22, your feelings are valid. It may appear like you're lacking something compared to people who have a purpose, but it's not the case at all. Let's first understand why we try to seek a purpose in the first place. Firstly, we want to feel fulfilled and satisfied with what we do by justifying it with a purpose or reason that is beyond ourselves. Secondly, because we've been instilled the Western perspective that there is a purpose in life and we should shape our goals and life decisions around it. So if we can't find a purpose, we feel like there's no point in setting goals and working towards these goals. Now the question is how to cope with this lack of purpose and gain satisfaction in what you do. I'll first share the ugly truth, followed by how to transform your empty feelings to satisfaction. The reason that you clicked on this video is because you've already tried finding a purpose but cannot find one. So I'm not going to repeat suggestions such as create your purpose or what Mark Zuckerberg said in his commencement speech to create purpose for other people. The ugly truth is there is no purpose in life. So you don't have to pressure yourself to find a purpose in order to enjoy living everyday life. There's comfort in knowing this ugly truth, including myself. Taoism says that a purpose in life does not exist at all. It stresses that living itself forms a person rather than a purpose. The path that one travels in life gives meaning to a Taoist life instead of an expectation of results or a destination. Someone I look up to believed this too. The other day, I asked my mentor, what's the purpose of life? She said, Gabrielle, I've tried finding the meaning of life multiple times in life and realized there is no meaning. Instead, it's about the mentality of living everyday life. She gave an example of how she saw a guy running down a street one day wearing a hoodie, and she thought to herself, it looks kind of funny, like in an anime film. I'm amazed how she found humor in mundane, everyday life. I thought to myself, how can I do this? So yesterday, when I'm walking into a tube station, I paused and listened to a street performer play a song on the guitar, and I felt quite happy. Even without an overarching life purpose, you can still find fulfillment by reconnecting with three parts of you: your values, your present opportunities, and your passion. Number one is to act on your values. If you take actions based on your values, you naturally do what's more important to you first. We naturally have values based on our upbringing and our life experience so far. We just need to clarify what they are. The book, The Happiness Trap, defines values as the kind of life you want to live and the kind of person you want to be. It stresses the difference between goals and values. The statement, I want to be happy, is a goal because it can be accomplished and be done with, whereas a value is an ongoing process. There's a list of questions to ask yourself to reveal what are your values in the 10 domains of life by assuming that you're behaving as the ideal self. One of the questions in the recreational domain is, on an ongoing basis, how do you wish to relax and unwind? Since you're watching this YouTube video, it might be that you value visual stimulus and new ideas. How to narrow down what values to act on, I'll explain this in my second point. Number two, make the most out of your present opportunities or obstacles. This is a short-term goal, and I argue that a short-term goal is enough to get you doing things without having a long-term goal. The current situation you're facing constrains which valued action you can take first. I watched a video about Stoicism on the channel Philosophies for Life. It defines present opportunities as your time, space, and circumstances. For example, if you're doing a one-year master, Your time is 1 year, your space is the school that you're attending, and your circumstances include the academic resources, the classes, the professors, the financial resources you have. To make the most out of your present opportunities would be to graduate with good grades if you value academic excellence, or to make friends if you value friendship and relationships. If 1 year seems like a lot of time, shorten your time frame and take 1 day at a time. It's okay to take baby steps. Why do I argue that there's no need to set long-term goals? It's because we have no control over the future. The book 4,000 Weeks says that we don't own any of our time in the future, even if we plan for it, because things might come up. Similarly, Stoicism advises us not to live in the future because the future does not exist. As I quote from former Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, "Let not future things disturb you, for you will come to them if it shall be necessary." So the future does not exist. The present is all we have. Grow your passion. If you struggle to find satisfaction in work because you cannot find a life purpose, passion is different from purpose. Passion is an emotion, the how we feel when we're doing things, whereas purpose is the why, the reason that we do things. You can feel satisfaction when you're doing things that you're passionate about, when you actually start doing them, even if you rationally cannot see a reason in doing those things. Passion is what you enjoy doing and feel good when you're doing them. It could be inside or outside of work. Inside work, passion could be coding if you're in tech, or it could be tasting delicious food, listening to music, being in nature. It could even be something abstract, like you enjoy learning things in general and making progress. For me, my passion is to create something visible, whether it's tech products or YouTube videos. Also, I enjoy improving my skill set. Some people say, "Hey Gabrielle, there's nothing that I'm passionate about right now. Nothing gives me satisfaction." You know what? That is okay as well. I will give 2 reasons. First, passion changes over time, and you may be at a stage between 2 passions. It's a bit like a blank page between 2 chapters in your novel. If you don't like what you're currently doing, you manage to eliminate one thing in your life, and you'll naturally find yourself trying new things and moving on to more interesting things. Second, the word passion sounds like you 100% love a thing. But that's not true. Like a lot of other things, there's a spectrum. Even for my own passion, there are days when I just feel meh. Let me end this video with another reference to the Disney movie Soul. Spoiler alert.
Number 22 eventually found her spark. It's just to watch autumn leaves fall and to feel the breeze on her skin. She's right. There is no purpose in life but to enjoy regular old living itself.
I hope you learned something from this video. If you disagree with what I said, you're welcome to continue this discussion in the comment section. Love you. Bye.